Welcome to my presentation. I am Vinay Kumar C. Subject Cost and Management Accounting 1 to second year BCom students. So last class we learned some problems towards a tender and quotation, and today also we are going to give more concentration towards the solution of quotation price. The problem is like this: the Pleasant Cold Limited, a manufacturer and sold 100 refrigerators during the year ended 31st March 2004. The summarized trading and profit and loss account is given below. Is like this: trading and profit and loss account for the year ended 31st March 2004. So, says the table is like this: particulars amount and particulars amount. Heading is trading and profit and loss account. On the left hand side, to cost of raw material is 80,000. To direct wages is 1,20,000. To manufacturing cost is 50,000. Similarly, on the right hand side, buy sales is 4 lakh. Total 4 lakh on the both sides. So right hand side total is greater than the left hand side, that is 4 lakh. 4 lakh minus all the expenses of left side, and finally we get the gross profit carried down is 1,50,000. That gross profit carried down is brought into next account, that is profit and loss account. So by gross profit brought down is 1,50,000 on right hand side. Similarly, on the left hand side, the various expenses of administration, that means office expenses are 1. To management expenses is 60,000, rent and insurance 10,000, selling expenses 30,000, general expenses 20,000, and the remaining, the total is 1,50,000. Out of that, the expenditure are deducted, the net profit is 30,000. This is the table. This is the trading and P&L account given. Continued. For the year ended 31st March 2005, it is estimated that, so now the companies decide to increase the output. The first one is output and sales will be 120 refrigerators. Price of materials will rise by 20% on the previous year's level, and then wages will rise by 5%. Manufacturing cost will be at 25% of prime cost, and then selling expenses per unit will remain unchanged. The next point, other expenses will remain unaffected by the rise in output. Now you are required to submit a statement for the board of directors showing the price at which refrigerators would be marked so as to show a profit of 10% on selling price. So these are the information I given in the problem. So move on to the solution part. Before directly we move on to the solution part. Now the company is Pleasant Cold Limited. Cost sheet for the year ended 31st/3/2004, and the output is 100 units. Okay, this is the cost sheet relates to the 2004, but we have to do the estimated cost sheet for the next year also. Okay, anyway, first we do the cost sheet of 2004. Okay, the table is like this: particulars, units, and then cost, total cost, and cost per unit. As usually, as per the pro forma, the first heading is raw material consumed. Underline the various expenses are: cost of raw material is 100 unit and cost is 80,000. Okay, if you want to know about the per unit, Yes, 80,000 divided by 100. 800 is the cost per unit. Wages 1,20,000. For that also 1,200 is the cost per unit. Now we getting the prime cost, that is 2 lakh rupee. So 2 lakh divided by 100, 2,000 is the per unit. The second heading is factory overhead. Underline there, mention manufacturing cost, rent and taxes, that is 50,000 and 10,000 respectively. So we get factory cost 2,60,000. The per unit is 2,600. Then office and administration overhead. This is the third heading. Under that, the management expenses, general expenses are given. That is 60,000 and 20,000. So the cost of production is 3,40,000. For that, the cost per unit is 3,400. Then the selling and distribution overhead. Selling expenses is 30,000. So now we had all the expenditures, that is 3,70,000. Okay, then we deduct the sales. So sales is 4 lakh and total cost is 370. 30,000 is the profit. Okay, this is the cost sheet. So then we move on to the next part, working out. For estimation, we required a calculation. As per the information, we need to increase 20% of it on cost of materials. The 2004 information is 800, cost of material is 800. For that, 20% is increasing. So 800 multiplied by 20 by 100, that is 160. So 160 is the increased amount and total is 960. The cost of material is 960. For wages also increased by 5%, that is 60 rupees. So 1,200 plus 60, 1,260 is the wages for estimation. Then, so this is important part. Statement showing quotation price for 2005. So this is we are expecting the output is 120 units. They are telling refrigerator. So refrigerator is a unit. So 120 refrigerators we are manufacturing. The first heading is raw material consumed. So calculated cost of raw material is 960 is the cost per unit. So 960 multiplied by 120, 1,15,200 is the cost. Then wages is also calculated, that is 1,260. So 1,260 multiplied by 120, 1,51,200. So now we get the prime cost, that is 2,66,400. Then the second heading is factory overhead. The manufacturing cost is 25% of it, that is 2,66,400 multiplied by 25 by 100, 66,600. Okay, 2,66,400 is the prime cost. They are telling, so 25% of prime cost. So that's why we have taken prime cost. Okay, anyway, 66,600 is the manufacturing cost. Rent and rates as usually 10,000. The factory cost is 3,43,000. For that, the per unit is 2,0850. Then the third heading is office and administration overhead. There the manufacturing expenses is 60,000. The general expenses is 20,000. Then the cost of production is 4,23,000. Move on to the next topic, selling and administration overhead. So there the selling expenses is 120 units multiplied by 300, 36,000. So total 4,59,000 is the total cost. Now the calculation is required. Okay, so see, so we are doing the same problem earlier also. The calculation of percentage of profit on cost plus profit, the formula is like this: profit divided by cost into 100. Now you assume that the sales is 100. If it is the sales is 100, the profit is 10. What about cost? So 100 minus 10, 90 is the cost. The formula profit divided by cost, 10 divided by 90 into 100, 11.11% should be taken. So 4,59,000 is the expenses, total cost. Out of that 11.11 divided by 100, 51,000 is the profit. Okay, then the sales, add both the total cost and profit. 5,10,000 is the sales. For that, the cost per unit is 5,10,000 divided by 120, 4,250 is the cost per unit. Okay, this is the problem relates to the estimation, or also called as a calculation of quotation price. Okay, this statement is going to be submitted to the management board of members, are also called as board of members. So you should write, so under this statement we are getting the profit 51,000. Note down, no specific information was given in the problem related to the rent and rates. It is assumed as expenses incurred in connection with the factory. Okay, there is a confusion. So where should I take? Is it rent is a part of office expenditure, or it is a part of factory cost? So you are under dilemma. So on that situation, you should mention the note, I am taking this expenditure in the factory overhead or in the office overhead. So like that. Okay, thank you for watching.